What's up, guys? Before I start the video, I would like to point out that True Business Review is being ran by two people, me and my name's Dan, and then you might have noticed Mike in the other videos. So we're going to be doing our own separate videos, posting them on the same channel, and sometimes we're going to be collabing and talking about the same topic, as you may have seen in our draft review videos. So if you'd like to see more, just subscribe, like the video. Let's get into it. One thing I like to add before we start the video is that only 4.3 of the viewers are subscribed, and that is you guys. So please hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Or else a snake, yes, a snake will be in your bed when you're sleeping tonight. What is up, guys? Today I'm going to be predicting the Las Vegas Raiders schedule. So this team is moving to Las Vegas, and they're going to have a new and amazing stadium along with a lot of better fans. So I do expect this team to play better at home this season, but at the same time, they do have some difficult home games. So looking at this team's schedule, I can see them making the playoffs if they win these hard and difficult games, but we will see. They drafted Henry Ruggs III as the first wide receiver taken in the first round of the NFL 2020 draft. I honestly didn't think he was the best receiver available, but it was still a good pick no matter what people say. He's going to be a great wide receiver for them, and a needed wide receiver because Tyrell Williams was basically their starter, and Darren Waller is a good receiver for them at tight end. So their defense isn't really the best in the league. So if they work on that and get it better, I do expect this team to be really good, decent next season, and back to that 12-4, 11-5 season they had, where Derek Carr got injured in the playoffs. But we'll see. So first, we'll start with the away games. They play the Atlanta Falcons in Georgia, and I honestly think that the Falcons are going to be one of the worst teams in the league next season, and I don't know why, but I feel like the Falcons should get this win at home. I don't think they're going to get too many wins next season just because I can't really think of a reason why. They got a running back, Todd Gurley, who's not the same as he was a couple seasons ago. He's not in his prime. He's fell off the ladders. They lost their tight end, Austin Hooper, but at the same time, they do play decently good at home. They have a bipolar defense, good and bad on its days, and their offense isn't too bad, but I feel like the Falcons should win this game just because it's a home game. So next, the Las Vegas Raiders play the Carolina Panthers, and I feel like they're going to get this win on the road. So I do say this because I don't think Carolina is going to be even worse than the Falcons. That's surprising to me, just because their defense is basically non-existent, and their offense isn't too bad. Christian McCaffrey is obviously a beast. Teddy Bridgewater has to prove his status before. Obviously, he played really good with the Saints last season, but that was with the Saints, who already were a good team. But the Carolina Panthers aren't, and they have a horrible defense. Luke Kuechly retired. No notable wide receivers besides Robbie Anderson from the Jets, and that's really it. So I feel like the Raiders are going to get this win on the road against the Panthers. So next they play the Cleveland Browns. And I feel like Cleveland is going to be the same as they were last season. They were 6-10, and they weren't even good. I think they got the Vikings offensive coordinator, which I guess is a step up from Freddie Kitchens, who was just an absolute horrible coach. But at the same time, I feel like the Raiders are going to win this game. I feel like the Raiders are just, they need to get that one road game win to make the playoffs. But if they don't get these wins, then they're screwed over. So they're going to have to outcompete the Browns in Cleveland and get the W. I feel like Cleveland's going to choke this game, and the Raiders are going to win. So next they play the Denver Broncos in Denver. So I feel like the Broncos should win this game, and I think they will. And I do say this because I feel like the Broncos now, after the draft, are definitely a better team than the Raiders. I felt like the Raiders were going to be better this season than the Broncos, but after the Broncos draft getting Jerry Jeudy and KJ Hamler, I feel like this offense is going to be a lot better, and their defense already is pretty decent. So it's in Denver, should be a win for the Broncos. Next, they play in Kansas City, and obviously I'm going to have to give the Chiefs the win. I don't even have to explain why. I don't think any team's going to win in Kansas City this season. And yeah, that's it. So next they play the Los Angeles Chargers in LA. And I feel like the Raiders are going to win this game. So I feel like Los Angeles, they were really bad last season, had a 5-11 record, I believe. And I don't think they're going to be any better. They lost their starting QB because he was so fed up with how bad the team was. Their defense wasn't even good last season. It's kind of bad. Rip. Austin Eckler is now the starting running back. Melvin Gordon's gone. I think that caused some trouble for them later in the season with the dual running back situation there. But besides that, they got Justin Herbert at QB, and he's a rookie. So I do think the Raiders should win this game against the LA Chargers. LA Chargers might be one of the worst teams in the league next season. So next, they play at the New England Patriots. And if this game were in Las Vegas, I would pick the Raiders to win. But even though the Tom Brady left the Patriots, I still think they're going to win this game. New England's definitely one of the hardest places to win ever because they cheat there. And I feel like the Patriots are going to cheat hard enough to win this game. Even though they lost offensive talent in New England, their defense is still one of the best in the leagues and will definitely shut out the Las Vegas offense if lucky. So I don't think the Raiders are good enough to win this game in New England. So next they play the New York Jets at New York. And we saw this game last year, and the Jets actually absolutely dunked on the Raiders. This was a surprise to me. I thought the Raiders were going to win this game, but they didn't. But I actually am going to stick with the same outcome this season. I do feel like the Jets are going to win this game. Home field advantage is definitely key in a Raider game because we saw the Raiders weren't really good on the road last season. They got scammed by their schedule because I believe they had 5 road games in a row, but not like actual road games, but they had like 2 road games, and then they went to I think they went to England or something, London, which was a home game for them, but actually it was a road game, obviously. And then more road games, so that was kind of toxic. So yeah, rip the Raiders schedule, but the new schedule is going to be coming out in 2 days from now, so they gotta hope for a good one there. So obviously, I'm giving the win to the New York Jets. I feel like if this game was in Las Vegas, the Raiders would probably easily win this game. But home field advantage, like I said, very crucial to both of these teams, especially New York, and they will outcompete the Raiders at home. So next, they play the Denver Broncos at home. And I feel like they should win this game, and they are going to. I feel like the Broncos are definitely going to be better than them next season, and I don't really know why the Raiders aren't better than they said they were going to be with John Gruden as their coach, but I think that this year they're either going to be similar to last season or they're going to outcompete or they're going to outperform their performances from previous seasons and be a lot better, maybe make the playoffs, and they're going to get this win against the Broncos at home. First time the Broncos are ever going to be playing in Las Vegas. It's going to be a new environment, and I feel like the Raiders are going to shake them up, get the win, outscore them at home. Easy win for the Raiders. So next they play the Kansas City Chiefs once again, and obviously I'm going to have to pick the Chiefs to win this game. I don't even think home field advantage matters for the Chiefs. They're one of the best teams in the league. Pat Mahomes is definitely going to be a freaking Hall of Famer before he even retires from the NFL season. Would not be surprised if he won the Super Bowl again. And obviously I'm going to have to pick the Chiefs to win this game. Can't think of another reason why they wouldn't. They're the Chiefs, best team in the NFL.
So next they play the Los Angeles Chargers at home once again, and this should easily be a win for the Raiders. I feel like Los Angeles is going to lose this game by 20 to 30 points. Not a good team there in LA. And home field advantage is definitely going to be great for the Raiders this season. The black hole looks disgustingly good. So, yeah, easy win for the Raiders. So next they play the Buffalo Bills. And I think I picked the Bills to win in my Bills video. And I can't really think of another reason why the Raiders would win, but I don't think they're going to. I feel like the Bills are going to have to win games to win their division, and this is definitely going to be one of the great games they're going to have to play, and they're going to outcompete the Raiders here. And I hope this game's in prime time because it probably deserves to be, and I think the Raiders are going to lose this game against the Bills at home. It's going to suck for them, but they got to get those hard wins, and they're not going to be able to. The Bills obviously got Stephon Diggs, better defense than the Raiders, should win this game. So next they play the Miami Dolphins at home, and this should easily be a win for the Raiders. I feel like Miami is going to be a lot better than they were last season, but obviously not the best team in the league. They had a lot of first-round draft picks, and they got two great off-season by the Dolphins. Maybe someone should make a video about it. We'll see. So, yeah. I hope the Dolphins are better, but obviously I think the Raiders are better than them right now, and they're going to get the win at home. And these last two games aren't easy. The first they play the New Orleans Saints. So that's a rip. I do think the Saints are going to win this game. Even though it's in Las Vegas, I think the Raiders could compete with them in this one. But obviously, I'm going to have to pick Saints to win. I don't think the Saints should lose easy games like this. Easy opportunities for them to get wins. Saints are definitely one of the best teams in the league. Emmanuel Sanders was added on the offseason, and their offense is just going to be killer. The defense is decent, so they should win this game against the Raiders. Next, they play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and obviously, they got Tom Brady and Gronkowski in the offseason, and I'm going to have to pick the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win this game. I definitely think this is going to be a really close one, maybe 3 to 6 point game, but obviously it's Tom Brady and Gronk. I feel like the Buccaneers are going to lose a lot of games. It's like 4 or 5. That's not a lot, but I don't think they're going to lose this one. It should be, obviously the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to be better than the Raiders. Surprise me if they won't be, but I feel like Tampa Bay is going to have to get this gritty win to get and to compete against the Saints for their division, and they're going to get it. So rip the Raiders. And the last home game of the season and the last game on the schedule is against the Indianapolis Colts. Obviously, we saw this last season where the Raiders beat the Colts in Indianapolis, and Philip Rivers is playing against his old rival, the Oakland Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders, same thing. So even though Philip Rivers is the QB, I don't think the Colts are going to win, and I'm going to have to give the Raiders the W. I don't think the Colts... I think the Colts could be good, but I feel like they're just going to be average next season. Just like the Raiders, probably have very similar schedules. So make the playoffs if they will really outcompete other teams. We'll see. They're going to be average, not the worst, but not the best teams in the league. So the Raiders are definitely going to win this game, maybe by like 10 points. So that's currently it. I do believe that's like a 7-9 record, maybe 8-8. We'll see. So I do believe it's going to be around 7 to 8 wins, maybe 6 if they're unlucky, maybe 9 if they're lucky, maybe make the playoffs. And yeah, so good luck to the Las Vegas Raiders next season. To you Raiders fans, it's kind of like demotivation. Didn't really mean to do you like that. It's just like these games are kind of hard, and I have no proof of the Raiders being that good. So yeah, good luck. I think my 7-9 prediction is going to be wrong. I think it's going to be more, but at the same time, no proof to change my mind. So that's it. Adios.